So we were having trouble really getting moving and scaling our awareness of our new AI-driven tool, which was getting great clinical reviews, and getting our marketing department to function first and foremost in the US, but then globally. So I thought I'd give Mira you a chance, and I did. So we brought you on as a contractor just to give you a couple of project assignments. I thought things went very well. And I could see the night and day difference between your skill set and approach and the people I had running. What I thought was uniquely beneficial was your ability to get up and go, very high productivity. So you get things done, but not at the expense of quality. And what I saw you do was scale our marketing, in particular, our global awareness, which we measured, our global sales lead volumes, which of course we measured. And that's another thing you were very adept at and willing to measure. Their historical approach to a new industry is wrong, and you were not that person. You came in, and this is, again, very specialized, and I think got traction with us and in the end market very quickly. And the other thing I liked was you were willing to try new things and veer outside the norm, where the people in my industry, at least, are very hesitant to do that, and they're very, I don't know if it's risk averse, but idea averse, and they tend to stay inside the lines of traditional marketing, which I think has very known limits and a high cost to benefit ratio. Well, I thought your ideas were unique when we first met. So then, one of your ideas was using an avatar to generate sales meetings. I wouldn't even call them leads. I'd call them something better than a lead, because you were generating a willingness on the part of physicians to take their time and meet and talk, oftentimes right now, which is, amazing. And so that worked really well. I was suspicious of whether it could work because of the way it comes across. You've got the company, and much better to me to generate a sales meeting than a sales lead. If I were to say one thing about you, what would you rather have, a sales lead or a sales meeting? And I think that generating meetings and meaningful meetings on the premise of a meaningful conversation that in your case takes place between an avatar and a target is worth a lot. So I'd say you hit the ground running. The impact was immediate. I wouldn't say the sales leads, let alone the sales meetings, scaled, to the moon like on week one, but we saw a very nice 45-degree angle on the curve. And then I was personally surprised at two things. One was the growth in sales meetings, not just sales leads, but rather the growth in meetings, and then the positive feedback I heard from the sales executive on it, which was that's an unusual experience for a CEO to have sales executives complimenting marketing. That's not the norm. So I'd say, I can't give you hard numbers, but it trended very hard and very nice. As you know, we were capital starved, so we didn't have the money to be what we wanted to be. And that's another thing I thought was really good on your approach. You didn't complain one direction or the other about money. You took what you had and you made it work. And that's really effective. And I think useful up and down the chain, whether it's a startup, a late stage, or a public. That's the kind of mentality that's needed. Depending on where you are, if you're a startup, a mid to late stage company, or even a public with plenty of money, that you will get things done that need to be done based on the priorities of the CEO and the organization with whatever budget you have. And you're staying, I really like the fact that you're personally driven by being a cutting edge digital marketing executive who is staying abreast of the key changes, including more recently ChatGPT, all that stuff. Somebody's got to figure out how do we make it work. Right now it's all hype. So I think if somebody wants that package and wants high productivity and high value for money along with results, I think that's where you fit in it. I mean,